Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, where every donation helps people on stage and behind the scenes with medical care, groceries, rent, and insurance during this pandemic.
Welcome back! We're still here for episode 3.
Not canceled yet!
No! And we are so grateful.
Grateful for what?
For all your responses online. For all the crazy amounts of creativity going on.
I bet he has a third. Lists are hard. There's a lot to be grateful for, including our first guest, Broadway legend and captain of Team Nice Guy.
Not a thing.
It is now. He recently made a full recovery from COVID-19. Brian Stokes Mitchell.
Hey everybody, Stokes here. I hope you and yours are well. I am very happy to say that now I'm about 7 days being symptom and medication free, having dealt with this COVID virus. For me, I ended up getting this terrible night of, which I thought was a sinus infection, which may have been, in addition to having COVID. But it was what I call the worst night of my life, when I had chills. It felt like a truck had hit my body. I had the worst headache of my life. And at that point, I had a fever of about 104. Around sundown, your temperature starts rising again. So I would take some Tylenol, bring it down, sweat it out. The next day it would happen again, but the temperature would be less. And finally it got to the point where it was under 99 degrees. And that was about probably 10 days ago. And then I got to the point where it's just been normal and it hasn't affected me at all. So according to the CDC, I am past it. I have been 100% well. So that's that, but I'm feeling so much better. I hope if any of you are dealing with this too, that you're able to get through it easily and simply. And my family has been doing terrific as well. So I'm just very happy about that.
The butcher, the baker, the grocer, the clerk are secretly unhappy men because the butcher, the baker, the grocer, the clerk get paid for what they do, but no applause. They'd gladly bid their dreary jobs goodbye for anything theatrical. And why? There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Even with a turkey that you know will fold, you may be stranded out in the cold. Still you wouldn't change it for a sack of gold. Let's go on with the show. The costumes, the scenery, the makeup, the props, the audience, it lifts you when you're down. The headaches, the heartaches, the backaches, the flops, the sheriff who escorts you out of town. The opening when your heart beats like a drum. The closing when the customers won't come. There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Get word before the show has started that your favorite uncle died at dawn. Top of that, your pa and ma have parted. You're broken hearted, but you go on. There's no people like show people. They don't run out of dough. Angels come from everywhere with lots of jack, and when you lose it, there's no attack. Where can you get money that you don't give back? Let's go on with the show. There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Traveling through the country is so thrilling, standing out in front on opening nights, smiling as you watch the theater filling, and there's your building out there in lights. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far. That night you opened and there you are. Next day on your dressing room they've hung a star. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show.
If you feel like you don't have the energy to go on with the show, you should consider doing any of the 3 following suggestions. Think of something to do to help a person who is less fortunate to re-energize spiritually. Identify something to do that will bring you laughter and joy. My go-to is watching an episode of I Love Lucy to re-energize emotionally. Or do a simple deep breathing exercise. It's a great meditative experience to re-energize physically.
Late night comedy is a much needed escape these days, and it's made even better by people behind the scenes. We can tell you firsthand, it's not easy to make a professional show run and make it funny. Insert joke here. Andy, you didn't write a joke.
What?
You didn't write it. It's blank.
What's the deal with bananas?
Uh-oh, no. Amanda Cowper is here from Late Night with Seth Meyers to show us what it takes to make a professional show run.
I always write jokes about fruit.
Hi, I'm Amanda Cowper, and I am the field producer at Late Night with Seth Meyers. Now, you probably know my boss for his acerbic wit in his political segment, A Closer Look, or maybe from his nimble interviewing skills, or maybe just as that handsome Jewish guy who talks to you while you fall asleep. Just kidding, he's not Jewish. I know, it's crazy. So I produce any segment where Seth gets out from behind the desk and goes out into the world. You may know some of my work, the Boston Accent trailer, the Day Drinking with Rihanna, Day Drinking with Kelly Clarkson, Day Drinking with the Jonas Brothers, and our most popular video of all time, Jon Snow Goes to a Dinner Party. So how do we take it from the page to the screen? So first, a writer from our staff sends the script to my boss to make sure that it is producible. Like, did they write a 30-page epic when we only have 5 minutes? Did they set it on a beach in Brazil when it's February? Did they try to cast Kim Kardashian and she is vacationing in Iceland with Kanye? So after the script has been approved, we have a production meeting. Sorry, this is a photo of set. We don't really take a lot of photos of meetings. So every department head is present as we go through the script line by line with the writer and the director there. And so the departments include production design, hair, makeup, wardrobe, post-production, photo and video researchers, lighting, graphics, everybody. So after that meeting, my job really gets going. I find and secure the location. I hire the crew, create the schedule for the day, and keep in touch with all of the departments as there are changes to the script or help them troubleshoot issues that might come up. I also work closely with the director to help organize the shots into a shooting order and just make sure they have everything they need. My field coordinator, meanwhile, is ordering the camera gear and coordinating camera settings and stuff with post-production. Stuff is a very technical term that you may not know. So I liken all of this to being a mother duck walking behind a bunch of ducklings and making sure that nothing and no one gets lost as we get ourselves to the shoot day. Then it is the day of the show, y'all. We normally only get Seth for a couple hours because he hosts the show every day. And so we have to make sure that our schedule is airtight. And we arrive to set, whether that is at a studio in 30 Rock or out on the street or my personal favorite, at a bar, and we execute our vision. So for those post-production nerds out there, we oftentimes have to turn things around pretty quickly. So in January, we shot with Larry David from 10 a.m. to noon-ish, and we turned it around for the show that night. It's pretty good. You should check it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed a just tiny little behind-the-scenes peek of how we produce sketches at Late Night. Make sure to go to our YouTube page and check out some of the videos.
All right, that's how you do it. I'm so in awe of the type of comedy that's being written for late night nowadays, because the situation we're in isn't funny. I'm finding myself having a hard time getting any sort of rest, and I know I'm not the only one who's like that. So we're going to bring Minita back to help us get a good night's sleep.
Oh God, I thought you'd never shut up.
Hello. Today we're going to work on a pranayama breathing method that's great if you're having a hard time sleeping or suffering from insomnia. So what you're going to do, just listen first, I'll demonstrate. You're going to take both of your thumbs, place them into both your ears. Take your fingers and cover your eyes. And then inhale slowly through your nose for a slow count of 6. Hold for 6, and then exhale out your nose, bringing your head forward for 6. So let's go ahead and do that together. Place your fingers, or rather your thumbs, in your ears, your fingers over your eyes. Inhale for 6, drawing your head back. Hold for 6. Exhale out the nose for 6. Again, inhaling through the nose for 6. Holding for 6. Exhaling out the nose for 6. I recommend doing this about 8 to 10 times, just right before bed, or if you find you're having some anxiety or you wake up. It's really good for calming down the nervous system and just bringing our body and our mind back to a state of peace, and it paves the way for a great night of sleep. Thank you for spending time with me today. Namaste.
Before you go crawl into bed, we've got one last segment.
We reached out and got videos of your questions for Brian Stokes Mitchell.
Did you see Ragtime?
Be sure to donate to Broadway Cares.
Hey Stokes, question for you. What are some of your hobbies or interests? And is there anything new that you're trying to learn right now with all of your extra time in quarantine? Thanks very much.
Thanks, Travis, for a great question. What are some of my hobbies and interests? One of my hobbies and interests is it's really also what I do for a living, continues to be music. Right now, I won't even show you. No, I will show you how awful my floor looks. I've been trying to clean my room, but I ended up getting this virus before I was able to do that. That was the first thing I said. I gotta clean everything up here. So my very first thing is to clean my room, to clean my floor, to get everything going.
Hi, my name is Rachel. I am from Connellsville, Pennsylvania. So I was just wondering what you are looking forward to most after this pandemic settles down.
For about 3 weeks, I have not touched my family. And 2 nights ago, because I've been clear of this long enough at this point, and my family has also been clear of it as well, we got together in my room and we had a big family hug.
Given your beautiful baritone voice, have you ever had any aspirations to sing an opera, like your colleague Kelly O'Hara?
I actually have under my on my messy floor somewhere the score to Don Giovanni. Because I decided about a year ago that one of the things that I wanted to do was just learn an opera just for the fun of it. But it's a different way of singing. It's a different style of singing, and I greatly admire the people that are the top in that field, because it's very, very difficult and demanding. And I've seen Kelly in her operas now as well, and I just love her. First, she's amazing, and Audra as well. And there are a few people that have crossed over, and it's been something that I've always been very curious to do. Thank you for that great question. For all three of you, thank you for your terrific questions. I wish everybody the best. good health. Again, keep your social distance. Keep loving hard those around you, and I hope we all get through this together. I know that we will. Hey everybody, finally, last but not least, I'd love to tell you about a way that you can help a lot of people and get something for it in return. This is the album that I just came out with last year, and it's on BroadwayRecords.com. If you're one of the 4 people in the world that still has a CD player, you can get the CD, or on BroadwayRecords.com, you can actually download it as well, for those of you who just like to have things go straight to your computer. Because this is the profits are being donated. If you go to Broadway Records, the maximum amount of the profits can go there. So please, if you do that, I really do ask that you do it through the site. That would be fantastic.
Hey, make sure and check out our other videos. Make sure to subscribe. Do not click this. Don't do it.